Good morning. Friday 좋은 아침입니다. I feel overexposed up here. I don't see you well because of light, but you see me very well, I suppose. So I'll make my remarks very short and even sweet if possible. One correction, Dr. Shin, you're very kind to call me Dr. Kim. Here's a Dr. Lee, Dr. Morrison, Dr. Bott, Dr. Kim. I'm just Kim. And I'm okay with it. I'm the only one who doesn't hold doctoral degree here, but I'm cool with it. I want to say one thing. We're holding this session at FKI Plaza. What is FKI? It's a Federation of Korean Industries. We must say, without Federation of Korean Industries, probably we cannot be here. I mean, we know that FKI is going through its own internal struggle to be more relevant to today's dynamic economy, a lot of calls for reform. But let's be honest, FKI was one of the factors that made us where we are today. So I'm glad that Federation of Korean Industry is Federation of Korean Industry, not South Korean Industry or North Korean Industry, obviously. So eventually we'll get to Federation of Korean Industries in a broader sense, through Action for Korea United. So we have a lot of moving pieces ahead of us, and the time, it may wait for us or may be running out. 100 years ago, last November, some of you know that communism came into existence. What happened during those 10 decades? More than 100 million people died, killed. That's a stark difference between capitalism and communism. Communism kills people. Capitalism saves people's lives. Ideas matter, and I think that's why we are here today. Who knows official title of North Korea? Everybody must know. It's a Democratic People's Republic of Korea. What a beautiful name, DPRK. But what they are doing is exact opposite of DPRK. Again, ideas matter. We are here today to talk about what's ahead of us. Why are you here this morning? And why are we here this morning? Because we care about the future of Korea. I care about it because I was born and raised in Korea. But more specifically, what are those futures? Well, for the sake of being at this conference, I want to say this is about really unification and reforming the dynamic Korean economy. And the good news is that they are not mutually exclusive. Unification requires dynamic economy. Dynamic economy requires unification. So we are doing both at the same time. And I think that's why the title of this session is very interesting. Strategy for Economic Reform Towards the Realization of One Korea. It's a process towards the realization. That's unification, that's process. What is economic reform? It's not just about fixing, correcting the system. It's about upgrading our thinking. Political thinking, economic thinking, and therefore practice, so that we can bring in real change and real transformation. People talk about strategic planning. South Korea needs to plan. But I think what we need is strategic thinking. Because strategic planning is all about analyzing things without timely action. Strategic thinking is about action. It's a synthesis. It's about combining, putting together ideas. So if I may, I want to propose. Today, right now, this moment is our beginning of that journey, transforming our future. That begins with you. That begins from you. We have a lot of things to talk about, obviously. This session alone cannot do that. We'll get together again, but I want to let you know Whether you want it or not, their journey has already begun. So let's make it happen. Thank you so much.
감사합니다.